actually saw someone. Bernie! 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 It was only the paparazzi. Oh,
Come on, birthday girl! Ready, make it all happen.
If the paparazzi are coming out, that means Bernie's coming out.
birthday today.
Can I go on your back?
No.
You can probably hold me up there. I'll go.
You can see.
I can see. Yeah, but I can barely see.
You just gotta see the microphone. Don't.
That's one benefit of being tall. I don't have to worry about people being in front of me.
Turn either way.
You're a head taller than me, right?
If Bernie comes to give high fives, I'm gonna blow.
A little rough. I can just add.
Wait, it's your birthday today?
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I made a joke about
Bernie. That's your birthday handshake. Bernie.
You should see Bernie today then.
You're not say Bernie. You say Sarah. Bernie. Harrison, shut up.
Oh my god, it got really quiet.
I learned your name.
I'm literally about to cry. Oh my god, he's...
Yeah.
Okay, miss, I'm only doing this for my project.
Yes.
I may be an inner fangirl.
I'm not a fangirl. I'm only a fangirl in one direction.
You're not going to be.
My god! Oh my god.
You're gonna get what the Black Brothers do to their senses.
You look like a One Direction fangirl, like I can tell.
Yeah, I had 2 shirts at home.
She dragged
three.
me to a concert on the
to
last.
and then I went to the one
Milwaukee.
Oh,
okay.
I went to the one.
It was the last Friday of my summer.
I went to the
was
one this
sitting at a
past
One Direction
year.
concert.
I went to the one this.
Okay, they're
past
not terrible though.
year. Yeah.
Based on the music
I went to one
listen
with
to,
Zayn
they
and
are
one
like.
without Zayn.
What do you listen to then?
Can you take pictures?
Thank you all. What a great turnout. You know, we have a main arena in there, main theater where we have 2,700. We got about 500 in the overflow room, and here you are. So thank you everyone. I apologize that we didn't get a larger venue. We should have had everybody in one room. But thank you so much for coming out today. I think, as all of you know, we have won 6 out of the last 7 primary caucuses. We won them by very big numbers. We have the momentum. And with your help, we're going to win here in Wisconsin next week. We win when turnout is high. We lose when turnout is low. Let's make sure we have a high turnout. Look, I don't think that I have to explain to anybody here what the major issues are facing Wisconsin, facing Vermont, facing America. And that is, we are living in a country today where the middle class for the last 40 years has been in decline, where people are working longer hours for low wages, and almost all new income and wealth is going to the top 1%. That is wrong. Together we're going to create an economy that works for all of us, not just a few people on top. It is not acceptable to me or to you that we have grotesque levels of income and wealth inequality, that we are seeing a proliferation of millionaires and billionaires, and yet we have the highest rate of childhood poverty of almost any major country on earth. That's wrong. We're going to change it. It is not acceptable that we have a corrupt campaign finance system in which billionaires are buying elections. It is not acceptable that we have in state after state, including Wisconsin, governors trying to suppress the vote, making it harder for people to vote. Our job is to make it easier for people to vote, not harder for people to vote. Our job is to raise the minimum wage to a living wage, $15 an hour. Our job is to rebuild a crumbling infrastructure, roads, bridges, water systems. When we do that, over a 5-year period, we can create 13 million decent paying jobs. Our job together is to make certain that women do not get paid 79 cents on the dollar compared to men. Our job is to address the crisis of a broken criminal justice system. We should not be having more people in jail than any other country on earth. Our job is to understand that in the year 2016, a college degree is in many ways the equivalent of what a high school degree was 50 years ago. And when we understand that, we have got to rethink what public education in America means. It does not, should not, mean simply first grade through 12th grade. We have got to make public colleges and universities tuition free. And we have got to significantly lower the very, very high level of student debt that exists in America today. For the sake of future generations, we have got to take on the fossil fuel industry, combat climate change, transform our energy system. And by the way, together we are going to end the disgrace of the United States being the only major country on earth that does not guarantee health care to all people as a right. That is why we're going to fight for a Medicare for all single-payer program. Nothing that we are talking about in this campaign is particularly radical. A lot of these ideas exist in countries throughout the world. The major problem that we have is not convincing our neighbors they agree with us. The problem that we have is to take on a billionaire class who have enormous power over our economy and our political life. And that is why what this campaign is saying is the only way we transform this country is through a political revolution. And what that means is many millions of people, including many who have given up on the political process, young people who have never been engaged in the political process. When those people come together, stand up and fight back and demand that we have a government that represents all of us, not just the 1%, when we do that, there is nothing that we cannot accomplish. Next Tuesday, as you all know, there is an enormously important primary here in Wisconsin. And today I am asking not only for your support, but to do everything you can to help us in the next week and to make sure that on Election Day you bring out your friends and your relatives and your neighbors. We will win if there is a large voter turnout. Let's make that happen. Thank you.